Oh, there's a bald eagle. Did you see the bald eagle?
Yeah. See all the lambs back there? That's why they're over here. Bald eagle's looking for a snack.
Probably.
And they know leftovers somewhere.
So you can tell that springtime is getting to a point where we don't really do much with the animals anymore. The animals that are sold or that need to go somewhere, we'll transport them, but everybody else is back in the pasture, and it's really minimal effort for us. We check their water every day, check their make sure they have mineral out there. That's really about it. It's pretty simple. However, we got to prepare for our next stage. So springtime is here, grass is growing. Summertime, well, late spring, early summer is when we cut our hay. So I need to do two things. One, I actually have some stuff I need to fix on my truck. My brake booster is leaking. Obviously that's dangerous. We need to get that fixed now. And a window regulator is bad, so one of the windows will roll down but won't roll up. Little stuff like that, right? But you can probably tell that where our mower conditioner is usually parked, it's not here. We actually have it at a neighbor's. They used it last year and some gears got broke. Well, we have all the gears in this bucket sitting in here soaking in diesel fuel because we haven't got around to putting them on, mainly because neither one of us wanted to do it in the winter when it was cold. Now it's getting warmer out, so we do need to get that done. I also need to grease the rake. I need to grease the baler again because we did grease it before we put it away, so we'll just go and basically do like a pump or two on each zerk and grease should start coming out right away. Yeah, so at this point our biggest thing is to get ready for the next season. We always try to be ahead of it. It doesn't happen every time, but that's what we really aim for. You'll notice that the building is at a standstill right now. We're actually waiting for metal. So the next thing for us to do, or the smart thing for us to do, is to move on to the next thing that we either have parts available for to get done, or the next thing that's really a priority. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the truck done, and then if the weather holds out, hopefully on next weekend, we're gonna get the mower conditioner done. It depends, or if the metal shows up first, we'll do that first, because we do have a little bit of time. We do have all the parts, we just gotta clean it up. And plus it would be nice to have, if we could put it in there, it would be nicer because we could actually take everything else apart on it and just clean all of it in one shot. Let's get this truck moved. You can probably see by the sky, it is supposed to rain today. Nothing's shown on radar yet, but as soon as you take something apart, we all know that's when it starts to rain. So I'm gonna bring the truck in here so I can get that done. Not a whole lot to show you other than I need to take the master cylinder, right? I want to take that off. It's not bad, it's not an issue. However, this brake booster is definitely an issue, making my brakes spongy and not solid like they should be. So I need to take this hose, which is the return off. I need to take this hose off, and I need to take this hose off. So we'll take those off, we'll take this brake booster off, and we should be able to move our brake booster out of the way and not cause any damage to it. Yeah, looks like we'll be all right. Made a mess there, didn't we? Okay. Alright, that seems simple enough. So we had to take that out of the old one, and we've got to put it in the new. There. Got it in, but it's got a lot more tension than it did before. I'm pretty sure this is worn out anyways. You can see, well, I don't know if you guys can see it, but down inside I can see the that seal right there is bad. I can see all the fluid in there. And then not only that, but I mean, look how easy it is for me to push that. Whereas on this one, I mean, I have to actually push. Brake pedal feels much better. So now let's fix this window. Never, ever, ever, ever?
He barely ever does.
Perfect. It's not supposed to work. We should probably replace that. You all remember how I like to buy trailers that have brakes that don't work? I like to continue that trend. This is probably part of my problem. However, I'm not sure what my problem is on the backside. On the backside, I'm gonna guess. So on this one, the wires come in here, and then once they, so they come from the trailer harness down here, right? And they come in here. Now over here, they split off, and one goes in to this drum over here to supply power to its brakes, and then this wire, I know you can't see it very well, this one right here is actually gonna go into the tube right here, and it travels all the way down. It comes out right there. Hopefully you can see that. And anyways, so where it comes out right there, it looks like all that's good. So I don't know where my brake is at. I would assume it's somewhere in this wiring. I'm sure this is probably corroded on the inside and likely not letting electricity pass. That's probably part of our issue. But there might be another brake somewhere along the line, so we'll trace the whole harness up here and just see where it goes. These two right here are hydraulic lines for the dovetail. Pretty sure I found the problem. So it's gonna be a little bit hard to see on here. However, let's see here. That one's right here. See all these nicks in there? Well, those allow moisture in there. And for one reason or another, all the corrosion is built up inside of this wire somewhere. So somewhere between this end and this end, there's no electricity flowing through it. Anyways, all we did was cut this out, and we used the original trailer wiring and extended it. So now we're gonna test it. We done? All right, so we definitely have power to the brakes. I can feel them helping. Like if I just squeeze the brake controller only in the cab of the truck, I can feel this pulling on me, but not as strong as it should be. So we're gonna take one of these off and just check it and see. I think the brakes probably need adjusted. We've kind of given up on that. We're gonna go cook out at a friend's house. We haven't really given up. We've just taken a break because we can't really figure out what's going on with it. So I think you'll be able to see it right here. You can see where there's fluid building up on those threads, and then it drips. I need to tighten that, but it's really tight already, so I'm gonna try to rig up something. It's just awkward that the way you got to get to it and everything else. I lied, come hold this. Push the ratchet forward.
Huh?
Push the ratchet forward. Like, I'm trying to get this in there. There we go. All right, stop. You can see that we've tightened it a little bit. However, I wasn't 100% sure, and the method we're using here, this into a crow's foot, I mean, I'm losing a ton of leverage. So let's say that I've got 200 foot-pounds worth of pressure on this ratchet. By the time it goes through all of these extensions and then into the crow's foot, and since the crow's foot's not in the same direction, you know, it's not in line with this. Sometimes this is at this angle, whereas the crow's foot's like this. Anyways, you're losing a lot of leverage, and it makes it to where it's hard to say that, oh, well, it's probably tight enough. So I called somebody else that has some Allis Chalmers tractors. Good guy, we really appreciate his help. So thank you, Anthony, for the advice. But we called him to kind of see how tight it should be, or how many threads should be left once the nut's tight. And about 2 to 3 is what we should have. And we're really close to that right now. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just see if we can get just a hair more, and then we're going to tighten all these lines up and see if it leaks. All right, so far so good. Looks like that's solved our problem. We'll see, obviously, with more prolonged use. Those lines generally back off. That pump creates a lot of vibration. And obviously this tractor being 40 years old, that's still the original line, so I'm sure it's not the first time it's been tightened, but it is very difficult to get to tighten. And even then, the method we use to tighten it, it makes it feel like it's super tight because I've got so much leverage on all these extensions and everything. So just makes it a little more difficult than we want. But we're gonna put that away and move on to chicken coop stuff. We've talked about it before. Our busy season is getting close, and while winter is definitely our busiest season because we're busy the entire duration of winter, late spring, early summer hay season is definitely our busiest because we have a short window for when we can cut hay. And then not only that, but it also makes it worse that we fight weather. So if it's raining, obviously can't cut hay. But anyway, I say all that because the tractor is good to go. She is ready. Oil's changed, fluids have all been changed. Filters are all changed, fixed the leak that we had, so she is ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and put her back in the barn and talk about some other changes that are coming. Next big project for this week, or this weekend, we are not gonna use the shed.
Oyster shells.
We're not gonna use the shed anymore for chicken, or as a chicken coop. The chickens are going to move into the barn where my wood shop was, because now with the shop building I won't need that space so much anymore.
Need a drill.
Need a drill?
I gotta get the corner hanger out.
You can ask them, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it to you.
Not them, doofus.
Well, that's not nice.
You.
Well, anyways, we gotta get all this stuff out of here, and apparently I need to go get a drill.
Just one little screw.
While Gage takes the chain over there I need for the binders, this is what we've done. We've moved the chickens out of that old shed out there, and we set up a new one in here. The tarp hopefully will catch their droppings. If not, it's just inconvenient to clean, but it's not impossible. Slanted the top up there, that way they can't roost up there and crap everywhere. That's their new boxes. They're actually affixed. We put screws through the bottom to keep them there. Again, just to hold it there. And then these guys are actually going to be joined by our current flock because now they're old enough and big enough that the current flock won't kill them. Old Glory over here waving away in the beautiful breeze. I guess to give you guys a little bit more of a teaser, just checking the oil and the coolant level and everything else, make sure nothing is low or out of the ordinary. Brakes feel much better now that we have a new brake booster on there. Window's working good. However, Gage was nice enough to drive the side-by-side over here and my chain was in there. Anyways, we have a little bit more suspense for you, I guess. So we needed 2 chains and 2 binders to pick up the piece of equipment that we bought. Again, curious to what your guys' guesses are and what we've bought to essentially replace the 5020. Well, it'll replace it for most stuff. It won't be able to replace it for raking hay because it's, I mean, well, I guess you could use it, but I wouldn't. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, I know it wasn't a very exciting video. It was just kind of a mundane one, but sometimes that's how it is on the farm. Not everything's exciting. Sometimes it's just boring stuff that just needs to be done. So other than that, I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you have a blessed week, and we'll see you next time. Come on, guys. Rah! Huh?
I kept following you.
Oh my goodness, you clowns. No, no. Go. They're new to the whole cycle, so, you know, they're learning. No.